Eamon wanted nothing more than to play a simple card game. Instead, he ended up orchestrating a spectacle involving all 7.2 billion people on Earth. Unsurprisingly, being the only one with independent consciousness, he won. The venue erupted in cheers, but his victory brought him no joy. Visibly dejected, he left with his 2 girlfriends in tow. The moment he stepped out of the hall, the cheering died instantly. A one-eyed man removed his eye patch as security began sweeping broken glass off the floor. The rest of the audience filed out in complete silence, because humanity had been irrevocably transformed. Anna had discovered the collective consciousness's dark secret in the previous episode. Trembling with fear, she retrieved the video camera from her car and rushed back inside. I won't show you what was on that tape, it was nothing but human remains. When Anna got home, she couldn't bring herself to let the collective consciousness help transfer her files anymore. She immediately packed her things and drove straight to find the man. As her car approached the Las Vegas billboards, they lit up with a personalized welcome just for Anna. Following their direction, she quickly located him. The moment they met, Anna insisted on showing him a shocking secret she'd filmed yesterday. But the man already seemed to know everything. He turned on the television. A representative from the collective consciousness appeared, ready to address Anna's misunderstanding about their food supply. The representative explained that they had billions of people to feed. To solve this problem, they'd engineered a special formula. Each bottle contained exactly 300 calories. It was produced globally and adapted to use locally available ingredients. But there was one ingredient that complicated things: HDP, or human-derived protein. And those remains Anna had seen in the freezer? That's exactly where this protein came from. The representative assured her they'd prepare only the finest, freshest food for her personal consumption. The man revealed that he'd discovered their diet a week earlier. Out of curiosity, he'd simply asked them about it and they'd told him everything. Of course, he and the other 10 survivors already knew the truth. Anna, however, had been deliberately kept in the dark. The 11 of them maintained weekly video calls. He explained everyone except for one man in Paraguay who refused to communicate with anyone at all. Anna felt a sudden wave of loneliness wash over her. She'd been desperately trying to reach the other survivors, only to realize they'd intentionally excluded her. The man made a phone call. The next morning, Anna woke up to find him preparing breakfast for her. He asked what her plans were now. Feeling rejected by the survivor group, she just wanted to go home. But before she could leave, something caught her eye: his collection of sports cars. 7 in total, each registered for a different day of the week. Meanwhile, in Paraguay, another survivor was living in isolation. Ever since the disaster struck, he'd been scanning every radio frequency, desperate to find other survivors. Suddenly, an engine sound broke the silence outside. He peered through a gap in the window and spotted someone from the collective consciousness arriving with a meal delivery. After the woman dropped off the food and helped to leave, he cautiously stepped outside. Using a metal rod, he lifted the cloth covering another plate of delicious food. Someone delivered a file folder. The sender's name was Anna. He rushed home and turned on the television. When he heard Anna declare her intention to save the world, he immediately made a decision. He had to find her and join forces. Walking onto the street, the collective consciousness helpfully turned on the street tilted for him. Spooked by this gesture, he nervously jogged back to his house. It was his first time returning home since the outbreak. He quickly packed a bag, retrieved his hidden cash from the ceiling fixture, and headed to the garage to find his sports car. But the vehicle seemed reluctant to start. As he turned the steering wheel, he heard a voice calling out his mother's voice. He knew instantly this wasn't his mother. He gripped the steering wheel, shifted into neutral, and using the downward slope to build momentum, managed to ignite the engine and drive away.